and their wholehearted support to the ICAC as always. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. Jeffrey Lam will address the Council on the Independent Commission Against Corruption Complaints Committee Annual Report 2018. Mr. Lam. President, as Chairman of the ICAC Complaints Committee, I am very happy to be tabling the ICAC Complaints Committee Annual Report 2018 at the Legislative Council. This is the 24th annual report published by the committee to report the work of the committee in 2018. The main task of the committee is to monitor the ICAC's handling of all non-criminal complaints against the Commission and its officers. The committee also examines the procedures of the ICAC and make improvement suggestions on issues that might lead to complaints. The Internal Investigation and Monitoring Group of the ICAC would conduct preliminary assessment on all complaints received by the committee or commission. For cases in which full investigation is deemed not warranted, the group would submit the reasons to the committee and submit an assessment report. For complaints with enough information to warrant follow-up action, the group would carry out investigation and submit an investigation report to the committee. At the committee's meetings, the ICAC's investigation or assessment reports will be considered, and if necessary, the ICAC would be required to submit additional information and clarifications before the committee reaches conclusions. The complainants and ICAC officers on the receiving end of the complaints will then be informed of the conclusions of the committee. In 2018, the committee held 3 meetings to consider 17 investigation reports from 17 complaints involving a total of 88 allegations, of which 5 allegations involved in 4 of the complaints were found to be substantiated or partially substantiated, involving a total of 5 ICAC officers. Their senior officers issued verbal warning to 2 officers and advice to 3 officers. Meanwhile, the committee also considered and approved 9 assessment reports. The committee agreed that such complaints were unreasonable or unfounded and no formal investigation was warranted. When considering complaints, the committee would also carefully examine the internal guidelines, procedures, and practices with the ICAC to identify areas of improvement in order to move with the times. Having considered the investigation report considered in 2018, the ICAC has arranged multiple internal briefing sessions and enhanced the training programs for frontline officers in order to enhance their vigilance, techniques, and knowledge so that they can more effectively address public inquiries, handle requests from complainants and suspects, and handle items seized during search operations. Since 2018, additional modules focusing on emotional management and effective interpersonal communication skills have also been included in the induction and preparatory courses for new recruits and officers who newly take up duties in the ICAC Report Center. Through publishing annual reports, the committee would regularly report the work of the committee to the public to enhance the transparency and accountability of the committee. If members have any views on the annual report, please feel free to voice out to the Secretary of the committee. I'd like to thank members and the public for their support towards the work of the committee. Thank you very much.
Questions. Question 1, Honorable Leung Chi-Chang. Mr. President,